Hello, I'm Savannah Cassie. We're going to be doing today What If Dabi Was a Nomu? Toya was at Shakota's peak crying. What was he doing wrong? Why wouldn't his father see him? Why was all his attention on Shoto? He could do it. He could be the number one hero. He could be all might. Suddenly his tears are bursting in flame. No, put it out, he said as he screamed around, walking around the forest, finally throwing himself in the lake, hoping that it would reignite his flames. One fall in the background watching all of this, not intervene, as he walked up to Toya's corpse, checking for a pulse. Nothing. Well, this was unfortunate, but whatever. He can just turn him into a Nomu. Endeavor and the other sidekicks, who I don't really care who they are, were checking Shakota's peak, looking for Toya Todoroki. Endeavor admitting the truth that his son was training there, but not what was going on in his family, because he would never tell them anything about that. So they searched and searched. One of the heroes radio in, I found a body. They went to the hospital to do body search or whatever they do, like DNA bullshit stuff. Endeavor pacing back and forth, praying that it wasn't Toya. Maybe it was someone else who was in the fire incident. But unfortunately, the results came back. It was Toya Todoroki. Toya Todoroki was dead. The funeral was short and sweet, as One For All stand behind it, grinning. Well, this was wonderful. After everyone left, One For All came to Toya's grave, using one of his quirks to rise up the coffin, taking the dead body of Toya Todoroki. As he put the coffin back in the ground, making sure that it looked normal, as if no one disturbed the grave, and took the body of a dead Pohiwa's son. He took it to his favorite scientist. Rocky smiled as he saw the dead corpse. Well, what type of Nomu do you want me to turn him into? He asked One For All. Something like Kogiri. Rocky stared at him. But Kogiri already has that job. Is he doing something wrong? Is his program not up to date? One For All shook his head. No, not like that. Yes, Kogiri's fine at tutoring and babysitting Shigaraki and leading him on the right path, but I need a bodyguard for Shigaraki just in case something bad happens to him. Shigaraki didn't quite understand, and why don't we just make him a normal Nomu? One For All shook his head. No, he needs to have the intelligence factor and the speed and all that. He doesn't need to be a mindless creature. He needs to be able to understand instructions and also be able to reply with his own inputs. Shigaraki remembered when he met Dabi, the guy with black hair and purple skin that was stapled to his face. One For All announces, this is your new Nomu, your bodyguard. Shigaraki didn't understand. Why the hell did he need a bodyguard? Then he asked, isn't that what Kogiri is doing? One For All explained, Kogiri is supposed to enlighten you, lead you on the right path, while Dabi is more hand-to-hand combat and able to take you away for danger. But unfortunately, during the USJ attack, you will not be able to use Dabi. Shigaraki was displeased. But isn't he supposed to be my Nomu? He asked. One For All nodded his head. Yes, but for right now, this Nomu that you have, he is just supposed to be a test, the beginning to see if you are ready to be in charge of the Nomus. I can't allow you to have Dabi, only for you to misuse him and him to get captured right away. Shigaraki didn't like hearing this, but unfortunately he understood. He would show One For All that he was capable of taking care of the nobles. Unfortunately, that didn't seem to happen as he came through the portal, full bullet holes in his body. The only person that seemed to maybe care was Dabi, but he wasn't sure if he actually cared or that he was just creepily staring at him, smiling. Well, it looks like you failed, didn't you, Dabi said, laughing. Shigaraki grunted. I really wish they made you mute. Shigaraki often wondered if Dabi was actually part Nomu. Yes, he had the patchwork in the staples, but you could get patchworks in staples if a tragic accident happened to you. For Dabi, he's starting to believe it's completely useless. Like when Stain came and attacked them, he did nothing besides stare at them. Shigaraki whined. Why do you do anything? Dabi said, because it wasn't my problem to interfere. Kogiri had that. And look, you guys now have Stain on your team somewhat. Shigaraki scratched his neck. Not for long, as he sent other Nobus to destroy Hosu. And then Stain got captured, and they teleported out of there. Dabi just staring at the tire thing. Well, we wasted our entire time. Shigaraki grunted. Well, summer camp is about to show up. I heard from a spy where the location is. Dabi smiled. Well, good luck with that. One stepped up. Dabi, you will be joining them. Shigaraki smiled. Does this mean I can finally let him loose and he's able to do exactly what I said? One shook his head. Of all the times you've known him, you realize he actually has a brain in his head. Yes, he will follow your commands, but if he realizes that the plan isn't going right, or if there's a better plan, he would probably deploy it. But he would tell you first exactly what's going to happen. Toga was supposed to be the only one getting the blood, but unfortunately Dabi took some syringes. Shigaraki didn't understand, but when Dabi explained that they were setting a middle schooler or a high schooler to get blood, that most likely she wouldn't be able to get that much blood. Yes, she was good with combat and stealth, but she wasn't that good. Shigaraki nodded, sending Dabi out to the woods to collect more syringes of blood for Toga to use in the future. Dabi looked around the woods, looking for anyone to take their blood. He has no interest in cleaning, even though he said he's allowed to kill. He'll leave that to the roaming Nomu and the other people who like to kill, not him. He's only supposed to have one job, collect blood. This is where he runs into Momoyazu and Yatsui Arase. Sorry if I butcher both of those names. He jumps in front of them, both of them staring at him, wide eyes. Don't worry, I'm not here to kill you. I just want a little bit of your blood. Well, as he stepped in front of Momo, you will not get us. He pointed out, say, your quirk, you can stick things to other things, and her quirk creation. It'd probably be better for someone else to have the quirk, but that's not my job to do that. Both of them looking at him. What did that mean? He lunged at both of them. Arase tried to use his quirk to stick Dabi to anything. It didn't work as he grabbed his wrist and just plopped him to the floor as he stuck a syringe to his neck. Momo coming up to him, a staff trying to hit him off. He ducked behind the staff, sweeping her off her feet. Maybe you shouldn't use weapons that you have no control of. Then she grabbed like a taser that she randomly produced. She didn't really know that many weapons. Her mind going racing a miles per minute, just thinking of useless objects to destroy him. He grabbed the taser, busting it in flames, also grabbing one of her hands, catching it slowly on fire. As Arase lunged at his back, he noticed his footsteps here and there. He sent another blast to him. As Arase had to duck away from the blaze, it scorching him a little bit on his chest as he got to whip away his shirt. As Dabi got another syringe and got it at Momo, feeling 2 vials as blood as he slowly started to sense the green Nomu coming at them as he disappeared, leaving those two with the green Nomu. If they died by the hands of the green Nomu, it wasn't his fault, just more Nomu for Dr. Grasse to use. When he met up with the lead, Toga came skipping at him. I got a vial of blood. Only one, as he threw 3 at her. Now you're wondering where he got the other one. Well, he ran to Tohakure, the girl who was partly invisible. Yes, her quirk was invisibility, and she had no clue how to fight. You would assume the hero course would teach her how to fight better or give her support gear, which they do have, or a goddamn knife. Wasn't the guy Azawa also kind of quirkless without his scarf? Yes, he had the power to erase other people's quirks, but if that was destroyed, he would be partly quirkless. Now you're wondering, why wasn't Dabi with Twice making clones? Twice already had his numbers and all that, and he was bored. He didn't need to stay with Twice. That's why he ran after other people collecting blood. And it made Togo quite happy. You got me more blood? Oh, I love you. Thank you so much. Do you even know who they are or what the quirks are? He pointed at each file. Momoyazu creation. The other guy, slowly forgetting his name. He could stick other people to anything, leave it for a while. And then Hoakure, she was just invisible, quite easy to take down, no combat skills or anything. Toga smiled gleeful. More friends, I only got one. Her name was Oraka Ochaka. What a pretty girl, and she had this boy with him. His name was Deku. He was quite handsome. Unfortunately, their conversation was interrupted by a scream as Compress and a couple other teenagers landed on them. Deku stood up. We have come to collect our friends. Give them back. Dabi just smiled. Your friends? I don't even know where they are. Mr. Compress says, I did. Dabi just hit his head. You weren't supposed to tell them. As Mr. Compress didn't listen to Dabi as they showed him the marbles. Well, can you come get me? Shoulder jumping up, trying to collect the marble as Dabi lunged up. His flames ignited blue flames as bright blue eyes met very dull and live blue eyes as he snatched away a friend. No, everyone shouted as they slowly left the portal, having Bakugo as they released Dark Shadow. Oh, was it someone caught Dark Shadow? Was it Shoto again? I don't remember. I really should have watched the anime again before I made a what if, but you know what? Whatever. Now, if you enjoyed this what if, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications. If you have any questions, please ask them comments. If you like the series, put them in the comments. Anything I can improve on, put it in the comments. And see you guys all next time.